There are three keys to a magnetic message, and today we're going into it deep. And I'm so excited to unpack what these three things are. Ah, Hey guys, I'm Rachel, your host of the Be You Babe podcast, and this has been something that's ruminating for a while. And really, it's like the deep soul work of what I do. And coming to understanding these three keys in a really deep and meaningful way is what has led me to where I am today. So let's just dive in. Let's just go right for it, right? The first one is we have to be ourselves. We have to feel safe in our bodies, in our visibility when we're showing up online. So much of being a service provider, whether you're a coach, a healer, if you're in this space of online entrepreneurship, unless you're selling a product that is not tied to you, you are selling yourself. It is a personal brand. It is you showing up, right? We have to feel safe in that, right? And a lot of my clients have come to me not feeling safe. And we do the work in order for them to feel safe so they can be themselves. If you are showing up with the idea of that's what someone else did for success, that must be what I have to do, right? It's not going to work, right? We can't copy what someone else is doing. We can't copy what someone else is saying and expect it to work. It just doesn't work that way. We came here with our own unique expression, with our own unique gifts and abilities. And your way of being is what's needed. What is it? Like, you're the only one that can be like the best version of you or something like that. Like, that's so true. You can't be the best version of someone else. You can only be the best version of you. So understanding who you are is so important. And it's why I love human design for showing you who you are. How do you show up authentically? For me, it took a really long time to understand and unpack who I actually was. I felt like I had to go on a search as an adult of who am I? I don't even know. Um, but human design goes, here's what your dominant energy is. And then usually, if, on 99% of the time, we were like, yes, that is so me. Gosh, I feel so validated. I feel so seen, right? And also shows you where you are compromising your energy, where you're people pleasing and overthinking and attaching your worthiness to an outcome, attaching your worthiness to the things that you are putting out there, right? That was a huge piece for me, understanding that my work isn't a valuation of how much value I have, right? So in this first piece, if you are not showing up authentically or you don't know how to show up as yourself, right? Like, it just feels like, well, I don't know who I am and I don't know how I want to show up. What feels good, right? That's where human design can come in and help you with that. It's also doing this deep identity work. That is something I've been doing this year. And I feel like it's what's catapulted me in this last year to be able to truly find my confidence in what I do. And being able to express it in the way that I want to is identity work and understanding that who I thought I was before is not me, right? Is not the person that I truly am. And how can I step more into this and identify as the person that I truly am? Dropping all the limiting beliefs and the shoulds and the pain of the past and the pain of failures, quote unquote failures, so that I can be the fullest expression of who I am. The second one in your magnetic messaging to really create a message that you don't feel like you have to sell so hard. It feels like you can show up and just talk. It feels like you can just be, right? Is knowing exactly the problem that you solve. Now, you can have multiple problems that you solve in different offers and different ways, right? But understanding what that problem is. So many times I ask someone, they have an offer that they are deeply in love with, that they absolutely, this is my soul work. And that's great. What is the problem that it solves? And they look at you kind of like a deer in headlights and, well, and they start naming off all these different things of what the client is experiencing. And I want to say that that's not the problem. That's not the problem. We want to look at the problem. What is the problem your level 10 most ideal client, dreamy, dreamboat client is experiencing? What is the problem that they have that keeps them up at night? When we can understand that and articulate that, we are so much closer to being able to solve it for them, right? Because if we don't know what problem we solve, we're offering a solution to nothing. It's just a nice to have, right? And that's where we get into the slippery slope of offering things that are nice to have, but that people don't need. And when people don't need something, they give you time excuses. They give you money excuses. They tell you, I'm going to do it next time, right? That's because you haven't identified what the problem is that your solution or your offer is the solution, right? So going back to really honing in on who your ideal client is and what is the problem that that's keeping them up at night, your offer is going to solve for them. That will be so much closer to actually having your offer as a need, as a thing that if they don't do this, like they're leaving money on the table, they're leaving like their life on the table, they're saying no to themselves, right? So the first one being be yourself. The second one being understanding, clearly identifying what that problem is. And then the third one is the pathway. Now, the pathway connects into what your unique selling point is, but the pathway leads to the solution. Your unique selling point is the pathway leading to the solution. When you have the problem, the pathway, and the solution, like it lays it all out as and gives people the clear picture of what you're offering, who it's for, and why they need it now, right? So understanding what the pathway is. The pathway is your unique way of blending things. The pathway is your system, your vision for the future. All are going to help people get the solution, the desire on the other end, and what it means for their life. I think a lot of healers and coaches spend a lot of time in the transformation but neglect the problem and the pathway, right? They're just like, hey, I have this beautiful life over here. Come join me. Life is great. But they're not identifying where people are or how you're going to get them to that transformation. And if we can't like even hazily see how we're going to get there, like you don't have to lay out every step of the way and cover everything you're going to cover, but giving the nuts and bolts of how you're going to get people to that solution, then they can't put themselves in it and they don't believe it's possible. They don't think that it'll work. They'll give all of those types of objections, right? So when you put these three things in place, it starts to get rid of all of those normal, well, quote unquote normal objections that we get from people of I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't think it's going to work, right? And that's what creates your magnetic message because when you have identified all those things, they're like, yes, that's what I want. Yeah, you have people coming to you wanting to know how to work with you. They are engaging with your content in your emails and all of those things because you're showing up as yourself. You're solving problems with really unique solutions. That's what messaging is all about. So I want to say that again. You are solving a problem, being yourself in a unique way. That's what magnetic messaging is all about. And I'm really excited because the Magnetic Messaging Club is coming or launching again. And we start in January. Right now it's on pre-sale. So if you want like the lowest price it will ever be, like it's insane. It's $222 a month for 4 months. Like it's insane how cheap this is for everything that you're getting. We're going to go into all three of these aspects of your magnetic message. We're going to understand who you are. How are you showing up? What aspects do you shine so bright with? How can you shine your light, right? And in ways that feel really, really good for you. And how can we put that into your messaging, right? What does that mean for messaging? Not just how you, the way you talk, or like it's how you're expressing yourself. Okay. Then we're going into the problem that you solve, really getting specific and understanding what is the problem that you solve, not only in like overarching problem that you solve, but for your offers. What is the problem that your offer solves? And then understanding the pathway, your unique selling point, your pathway to the solution, so that it makes it super clear how you're going to get people there, who it's for, right? And why freaking you, right? They show up because of you. Oh, I'm like so excited for this 4-month program. It's going to really help you understand what your unique selling point is, how to show up authentically, and how to create a magnetic message that has people going, yes, I want to work with you, and attracting those ideal clients. And that we're not chasing. I don't want to chase clients. I know you don't want to chase clients. We want people coming to us, but we have to do a little legwork first. We have to be able to communicate what we do in a way that feels like us for people to come to us, right? We have to do the legwork first. We can't just sit in a corner and expect people to come and find us some magical way. Like we have to be willing to put ourselves out there and know that when we're putting ourselves out there, we're out there because the people that need us, right? And they're going to find us and they're going to want to work with us. That's what we're doing within the club. If you want details, I'm going to drop the link below. And as always, like reach out. I want to know like what 3 parts or what one of these 3 pieces are you feeling sticky? Is it in being yourself? And how do you express and show up as yourself? Is it the problem? Are you totally neglecting that you're not solving a problem for your clients? Or is it the pathway and understanding your unique selling point, the way that you get people to the transformation? Which one of these are you feeling like you're not focusing on within your messaging, and what's likely causing you to feel like your messaging isn't working, that you're not attracting the right people, that thing launches aren't going well and no one's engaging? Like which one of these 3 is the sticky point for you? I would love, love, love to hear. Tag me, screenshot it, and I will give you a shout out. I want to hear from you. So have a great week, guys. Check out the link below on the club. The pre-sale price is ending here in about 2 weeks. So get in while you can at the lowest price it will ever be. And we'll see you next week.